astronomy has done a great deal for us. Astronomers have been able to get our clocks accurate and have enabled ships to sail from port to port accurately. The next few minutes are going to be devoted to the most important of these discoveries. A long time ago, humans started to notice the Earth might not be flat. They saw that when you travelled by ship, different stars appeared and you could no longer see the old ones. If you were at A or B, you could still see the same stars. So they concluded the Earth must be convex or rounded. At A, you can see different stars than if you were at B. Later, Aristotle saw the shadow of the Earth on the Moon during an eclipse, and the shadow was rounded. At the beginning of the Christian era, people saw ships going over the horizon and noticed that the bottom of the ship disappeared first, then the deck, and last, the masts. If indeed the Earth was flat, then the slenderest bits would disappear first, meaning the mass before the hull. Aristotle was an astronomer that drew a universe map. This is it. In the centre there is the Earth, then the air and fire, then the Moon, then Mercury, Venus, the Sun, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. This ring is the zodiac. Then there is the heaven of the firmament, the crystalline, and the abode of the blessed. For a long time this was accepted. Copernicus was the first modern person to suggest the Earth revolved around the Sun and get noticed. He thought the Sun deserved better and placed it in the middle. Then came Kepler and Galileo. Galileo noticed that some moons were circling Jupiter. This proved that not everything circled the Earth. Kepler went through some observations of a well-known astronomer, Tycho Brahe, and saw retrograde motion. This is where the planets look like they move like this. He worked out that if the Sun was in the middle and the Earth was near the Sun, then this would explain why the further planets had the backward steps. It is because when we overtake the other planet, we go in front of it, so it seems to go backwards. And as we go round again, the other planet appears to carry on going forward. This is what it would look like from your living room. And this is where we are in space. First observation, second observation, third observation, fourth observation, fifth observation. This was one of the ways he showed the Earth was not the centre of the solar system, and the Sun was. The invention of the telescope was a major breakthrough. The story goes, an apprentice was playing with lenses and he noticed it made things bigger. What he had made was a refracting telescope. The light travels like this. Here, it crosses over and the image is upside down. It was May 1609, while travelling to Venice, Galileo heard about this new invention. 24 hours after he had got home, he had made one. It was a refracting telescope, but the light beams went like this. The image is the right way up. It was the following year that he discovered the moon's bumpy surface. The moon had always been thought as smooth, but with Galileo's telescope they could now see it was as bumpy as the Earth.
Hi, my name's Jonathan Anderson and I was the voice for the animation. I learned from it how to speak slower to be heard clearly. I also learned some facts about astronomy that John told me, facts about Galileo and how they believed everything was around the Earth. I didn't know about that. I would like to go to Venice because I'd like to visit all the canals and the masquerades and all the other interesting culture over there. I should win because I don't think many people have chosen to do a clay animation. I think it's very original and interesting and informative.
I'm John Middleton and I did the research for the film with help from Susie, and I did the animating for the film, and that I worked out took 9.2 hours, and I had a lot of fun with it and I learnt a lot, and I really want to see Galileo's pickled finger. I learned all about the astronomy very early ages. In fact, I learned lots about retrograde motion because that was one of the topics.
I'm Susie Middleton and I did the editing for the film. I really enjoyed doing this. I think it's very good film because it's animation as opposed to film, and I think that's quite original. I learned all about Galileo and about how the developments on what people thought of the universe took place.